much closer. Because yeah, at the end of the day, like kind of like we talked about last time, like that's the family you choose as your friend group.
Mm.
Because at the end of the day, you want to leave the household, right, as a child to go and play with your friends and spend time and hang out with your friends and shit.
Yeah,
And that's
yeah.
who you're really choosing to be around.
Mm. Mm.
And I think
Mhm.
that's a big deal, even in like adult life and
Mhm.
like
Oh yeah, one thousand
from
percent.
teenage life to adult life.
Mhm.
Bro, people don't know how to not be fucking friends with bad people.
Mm. Mhm. See a lot of that.
They, if somebody's toxic, I don't care if it's a fucking significant other, a spouse,
How long you known them?
yeah, somebody you grew up next to, they need to go. They gotta
Mhm.
go.
Mhm.
Unless you don't want to go anywhere in life. If you want
Yep.
to do the same dog shit and live a terrible fucking life, yo,
Mhm.
stay right there with them.
Yep. 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 Yep.
But
Yep.
if you're wondering why you can't succeed in your own life, that's the number one reason.
Yep. Good.
And as
Good.
soon
Thank
as
you.
you do make it, they're gonna be right there to ask for a handout.
Mhm.
They're gonna be right there in the middle saying, "Ah, we've been here since day one. Where's ours?
Yeah.
Where's
Yeah.
mine?
Where's mine?
Run me mine real quick."
Run me mine real quick. Yep. 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 Okay, I just want to tell them. I got it.
You know what I'm saying?
Thank you for that. Yeah. Yeah.
Always, dude.
No, but they've been understanding. They've been honestly getting it. They've been
They never
honestly
had a real teacher though.
exactly, exactly. Because this other teacher, like he's like a teacher. You know what I'm saying? Like he's just
He's just there.
he's what
He's an educator. That's it.
exactly,
He ain't a
exactly,
teacher.
exactly,
He's an
exactly.
educator.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
He's a systematic educator. Let's put it at that. Huh?
A very good one too, but it's just
Yeah, but he's
not.
just teaching them
Yep.
the straight
Reading.
the one path.
Yeah, exactly,
No
exactly.
development. You know
No
what I'm saying?
development, exactly, exactly. I feel like that's where I can shine. They've been like really, like the way the same group of people treat them and they treat me. They treat me with so much respect, and they kind of treat him with like whatever, kind of like the first type of days. They kind of
Eh.
like when I first was talking to him, they're like, "Who is this motherfucker?" Like, "Fuck you! Why should I listen to you?"
Then you spit the fucking
That's
knowledge
been some
on.
real
The
game.
knowledge hits them and they're like, "Wow."
Wow, that's some real shit. He might actually know what he's saying. No, but they've been like very like respectful, honestly.
Yeah, but and I think something that a lot of teachers, and you could probably speak on this more than me, but I feel like a lot of teachers they don't understand the fact that like they don't resonate with the kids.
Yeah,
They don't
yeah.
resonate with these kids' hunger to learn things,
Mm-hmm.
right? Kids
Mm-hmm.
will learn shit, but they don't. I don't know how to put
No,
it.
exactly. They don't have the. They have that hunger to succeed, to
Like,
grow,
yeah,
and to
all
grow.
kids are always hungry to learn. I feel like
They
that's like
they
a
they know that they have the like as a kid, adults look down upon kids, like saying
God. It's so stupid.
like they don't really understand that kids actually have lives and they actually know what's happening to them, and so they kind of just like talk to them like a drone, like they're not actually like a living human being who's lived through shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that, and they
Yeah,
remember it and they take it upon their life, and then just keep going, right? But like, it's exactly that. It's that hunger.
yeah, and
You feed that hunger, then you just put the material out there, and
but kids are
they get
always
it.
super eager to learn in all aspects, and and when you resonate with them on a level that's going to teach them something that they don't know,
Mm-hmm.
right? They
Mm-hmm.
already know that they're going to learn math and writing, a little bit of science. They
Mm-hmm.
know they're going to learn that shit because
Mm-hmm.
it's presented at them in day one.
Yeah.
What they don't know they're going to learn is life skills.
Yep.
And when you can teach kids a life skill, they will learn anything from you.
Yes, exactly. And it intertwines. You teach that
Oh,
life
dude.
skill, and then, like, for instance, we're doing multiplication, two digits,
You
right?
could advance those kids right now
They have.
more in this last week that you have
Yes.
them than they did all year long.
Yes, yes,
All year. You
because
could,
they're actually picking it up, and they're working hard, and they're like
because
very
you,
like folk.
because they know that they can resonate with you.
Mm-hmm.
That you can get on that same frequency with them.
Mm-hmm.
They
Mm-hmm.
know that they can learn something, and that not everything you're teaching them is bullshit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's exactly
Kids are
that.
smarter than people think, man.
Yep.
Because
Yep.
even especially small children, when you work with small children like you normally do,
Mm-hmm.
they're learning everything.
Oh yeah, they just pick
They're
up.
picking
Yep.
everything up.
Yep.
Like the little 6-month-old baby daughter, man.
Mm-hmm.
She is fucking just like you gotta be. I feel like we gotta already be careful because she's gonna just be picking up everything that's going on.
Just a little thing. Right?
Already know, like you can already call her by her name.
Yeah.
When she's like looking towards you, or trying to find you.
Oh, really? Wow, that's awesome. That's
It's pretty
beautiful.
cool, man.
Yeah. No, and a little thing, right? It's like exactly. They pick up anything. Like when they're really small, they'll pick up anything. Like for instance, like you throw away something. Like I remember I threw something like away. It just highlights this point. You threw something away. And I kind of like just shot it. You know, motherfucker. Tell me why then everybody starts to fucking when they throw something away, they start shooting it. Because they saw me one time do a little Kobe because I was a little bored and I just wanted to play around.
And now
with
the
myself.
fucking kids are fucking shooting 3 corners from downtown.
I'm
You're like,
no. Why did I stop? Don't do that. No, but it's exactly that. They'll pick up anything and like it makes you realize and it makes you aware of your own actions and you know it's exactly that. You'll start.
Yeah, but that's also a good way. I feel like that just opens the door to more teaching points because you can teach them, like, what's the word, man? Fuck. What am I trying to say here?
You teaching them.
Well, you can teach them to use it in like small amounts, like when it's appropriate time to shoot a basket.
Yes. So
Not every time you throw away a piece of paper, you're doing that.
Yeah. It kind of like highlights. So it kind of goes back to this, right? I allow them to sit anywhere, right? And in this case, because it's summer school, whatever. Let them sit anywhere, even if the first few days I might be like acting up and you kind of see a group happening, right? And they're girls who they're gonna be talking, right? They're gonna kind of act bad, but boom, you fucking resonate with them, and then not even that, but it's like you can sit there, right? And I could just easily move you. You make that point, like I can easily move you, but then you're not learning how to show respect. You teach them respect and.
Yeah, respect, and I feel like you could teach them like with the shooting the paper, right? You can teach them like scarcity, right? Like reserve that a little bit. If you're always doing it, it doesn't really have a purpose. You kind of just look like a fool because you're always doing that. But when you reserve that, right, you just kind of keep that in the pocket.
You're right.
And then every now and then you break it out. It's more fun.
Exactly.
You're like, shit, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe next time.
No, you're really right. Exactly. It's
Yeah.
that scarcity. It's yeah.
There's a word I'm looking for, but I don't know what it is because I'm a dum-dum.
No, I do know what you're saying. Yeah, it is.
There's a word for that, and it's just like.
I know, it's on my tongue too. It really is, because scarcity is not necessarily the right word, but I understand the sentiment you're making.
Right fucking there, man.
It's in the tip of my tongue. I do know what you're saying, though.
Because it's not reservedness. It's not being reserved.
Because I was thinking it was an R. Why am I thinking it's
an R?
You're really thinking of the same thing?
Dude.
Holy shit. Yeah.
It's like I can
reservation,
see it.
but it's not that. But you're right. In my mind, I was thinking an R word, so it's funny that you said that.
Damn, that's kind of crazy.
So we're kind of thinking the same exact thing, but not.
I don't know if you're still thinking what I'm thinking, but bring us in, brother, man.
Hell yeah! Is it episode 61?
61.
Hell yeah! On the Smoke Circle Pod on this beautiful Friday. Hell
beautiful, extra moist air.
Oh, dude, it's been so humid. We be living in North Texas, man, and this shit is fucking hot, humid. It's 90 something degrees, 94 degrees, whatever. It feels like 107. Just the humidity is over 60%. But it's be raining like 100% humidity. It's fucking insane.
Literally,
man.
like walking from the car to the front door. I'm just like wet.
Yeah.
And it makes you so irritated so fast, dude. Because I was like, man, why the fuck is the door locked? I'm like, it's just the door's just locked. I'm like, why am I so mad? Because this heat got me frustrated out here.
Dude, I forgot my backpack in the car, right?
Oh, and you had to turn around and go.
Right here. I was like, oh, shit. I got to go back out there and get the fucking... I opened the door. No one was there. I was like, fuck, I forgot my fucking backpack. So I went out there again. And then I had to cool down right here in the kitchen.
Just had to stand there for just
nice
a second.
kitchen, by the way.
Oh,
but it was like, damn, I'm over here, like... And your wife is like, yeah, he's in the studio. I'm like, yeah, I know. I just had to, like... take a cool down break, man, just because it's so fucking hot, just to
dude,
a few seconds, not a real break, but a few seconds just to gather my breath and thoughts, and because I'm so fucking sweaty.
Man,
and
I came
musty.
home so fucking irritated on Wednesday, man. I dealt with a little bit of shit from work, and then I drove home, and just for some reason, bro, the AC wouldn't come on in my fucking vehicle, and I
Oh
was
no.
just mad.
Anyone would in this
Like if
photo.
somebody wanted to pull over and fight, I was ready to go.
Throw
It
hands right
didn't
there.
matter. I'm just ready. Fuck
Even if
it.
they fucking pull out a Glock, let's see
I
what
was
I got you.
just put that
motherfucker.
down. Let's just scrap it out
no,
real
no,
quick.
I know.
Yeah,
Shit.
just
No,
like, yeah.
no, yeah. Fight.
Kind of have you ready to fight anybody anytime. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Throw hands. Moment's notice.
You kind of always got to be ready for violence, though. It's just so much.
Kinda sad, right?
But it's so much. It's gonna sound fucked up till I finish the statement, but it's so much better to always be ready for violence. It's just better, because violence is in the world. There's evil, right? You just gotta be ready.
You have to.
Makes me want to go train with my weapons and shit a lot more.
You have to be ready. What is it? It kind of goes back to the saying where it's like, a nice man is not a powerful. I'm not saying it up, but it gets the sentiment. A nice man is not a powerful man. A powerful man is one who is powerful, right? But is reserved, or not reserved, but chooses not to use it, right? If you're like a ninja or like an ultimate fighter, right? You're not gonna be fucking out in someone's face like that, right?
Yeah, it's much better to be a
gardener.
warrior in a garden. Yeah, I love that statement, dude. I love
It's
that
better
fucking
to be a
statement.
gardener.
No, a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war.
Exactly. Hell yeah. No, definitely. It's like you want to be that peace in the world, but still capable. Because a lot of guys are nice. They're nice by fear. They're nice because they don't have the capacity to defend themselves. So that kind of goes back, and it kind of like falls down to their subconscious. Like, fuck, I can't defend myself. So motherfucker, I'm gonna be fearful because at a moment's notice, anything could happen, and I'll be unprepared, and I can't defend myself, and they know that, and they, that's where that fear comes in. They say they're not afraid, but
Dude, and
a lot of people run by fear.
yeah, like one thing I can't stand, and I think since just because like people just don't like physically fight anymore, right? I think that's a big deal. Because the first thing is you encounter somebody who's not really capable of defending themselves. You get into a heated situation with this person, and the first thing this pussy ass fucking dude does is pull a gun and shoot you.
Yeah.
No matter who started the altercation, right?
Yep. Gone like
They
that.
could escalate the situation, and they're the one that finishes it because they're a little bitch.
They're little bitches.
Because they can't defend themselves, and they
That's
know
where it
that.
comes from.
Because they're a fucking little pussy.
That's where it comes from. Everyone on their phone, even the gangsters, right? The gangsters. They're not really true gangsters, but the gangsters out there, just on their phone or whatever it may be, not really training themselves, anyway, because they got the Glock and they.
That's it.
That's it. That's all they need, right? And they feel boom, anything can
Yeah,
happen.
boom. Doesn't matter.
But
you
it's
gotta
what's
be strong.
scary is like how people like.
It's
Rappers now are very promoting that, and like they're just. I was thinking about this on the way here. It's like the kids
fuck
now, they
that.
don't give a fuck, man. They don't give a fuck. There's no fear in these motherfuckers, but in a bad way, in a way that's reckless.
And that's
in
in kids, right?
Yep.
Back in the day when we were kids, what I would fear is not being able to fight the strongest dude in our fucking class. You know what I'm saying? Because you could fuck around and then find out from them.
Real quick, I was
They would
always
put hands on. You know what I'm saying? You go back to the back of the playground. Now you go back to the back of the playground. Somebody ended up dead. Shoot somebody. That's fucking wild, bro.
bitch shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
Shit, I was always the one who always be like the lowest on the totem pole because I would be the skinniest person or just the smallest one.
Shit.
So then
Even
I
if
would
you
just
showed
be
the guts to like stand up and actually fight the fight,
Yeah, you're right.
that's all right.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
all
yeah.
you needed
And
to do.
I would have that dog. I never got in a fight, but if it ever came to that point, I do have like a dog inside of me, so I think that would come out. But like, I would still get my ass whooped. But even then, like, I'm just saying, like,
Yeah, no, I understand.
that's
yeah.
what like.
But
led
you're willing
me-
to go out there and take it if you had
Oh
to.
yeah.
You're not gonna go out
exactly.
there with the Glock and pull the Glock and put the
No,
fucking kid in
no.
the dirt.
Exactly. It's just like that.
It's
Man, it's or,
it's
just-
got, there ain't no more men.
exactly no more.
There's a lot of pussies.
Everyone,
I'm gonna say that real loose. There are a lot.
I would say 90%.
Of
That's why if you're
bitch-made
not a
people.
bitch, you stand out from the rest of the crowd because the bar's set so low that if you're just not a bitch, you're already better than 90% of these motherfuckers.
Already.
And then you can just do whatever, and then whatever within that 10%. But even then, if you don't give a fuck, I mean, like, I don't know. It's just like there's no men out there really.
It's kind of crazy to me, dude. What kind of blows my mind is when you really sit and think about it, how quickly the society changed. The
One
the
generation,
smartphone shit, the iPad. I feel like the tablet shit really did it.
Well, I just think
No?
then I'll just think about the parents who make the excuses.
Well,
The
yeah,
kids
but
who have the most problems are, but what is that's a generation. There's a lot of that. There's a whole bunch of a parents who had kids young. Okay, cool, whatever. That's nice. Okay, good, that's fine. But then you don't discipline your kids in any type of way. And any time that your kid messes up, it's everyone else's fault. You're showing them no accountability. You're teaching them to have no accountability.
dude,
No accountability and
it
no
started
responsibility.
with participation ribbons.
Man, I feel like it started way back before that even. But
When everybody started getting a fucking ribbon for just participating, that shit was a problem. Whoever thought that shit was a good idea, you fucked it up. Your soft ass fucked that shit up.
yeah, and then it just led to I don't know. Just remember when like kids used to be like what was it called, latchkey kids, where you would come home with you just have like a latchkey. It's a phrase, but like a kid who would just be out in public, just living life, like park without friends, and then just come home, on themselves, and they like be home
Yeah,
before the lights go out, type shit.
right.
But even like be home before dinner, you know what I'm saying? Like, but like
Yeah, like you set like your parents set the rules. You followed.
you
the
follow
rules.
the rules.
You played by the rules.
Exactly. That's just a not verbal agreement, right? Between you and
Yeah.
your parents.
mean,
It's just like
They're like, go do what.
social contract.
Go live a little life. You got your life. Go live your life. But just do it by these parameters for now because
Yeah.
I'm still responsible for you. Yeah.
It's really just that. And once you say that, I mean, they respect you.
I feel like the other thing is parents won't take ownership for their kids' fuck ups.
Yeah.
You gotta own that shit.
Because it makes them look bad. It makes that they kind of like see them.
And
If their kid is acting shitty,
that's not on me. Like it's all on you.
it's all on you.
That looks even worse.
Hell, they might be even tough, right? But like, dog.
Trash.
Exactly.
Some trash people.
Yeah. Who? Exactly that. To me, it's like, what percent of these kids are just kind of bad? And then how many of those group, right? How many of them just come from a shitty background? Shitty parents. Because like if you're trying to like discipline,
95%.
yeah.
Yeah.
But what happens with those 5%, right? Those 5%.
I would say there's about
kids.
5% of evil in the world that just
You think 5%?
spawns in.
Ooh, 5%.
Maybe lower, but
I would say true evil would be less. I mean, if you consider greed evil.
let's talk about that because I mean, you're the one that said the true meaning of that quote about the money, right? That was what you said last week.
Yeah, the root of all evil is the love of money, not necessarily money itself.
Right.
Not money itself.
Because if you really think about it, it's still just a barter transaction. You're just using a easier method that's regulated. You know what I'm saying?
In what?
Like just in buying things on a day-to-day basis, because people don't really break down where everything comes from. Unfortunately, I do this on like a lot of shit, and it's just kind of something I just do in my mind. I like to think about like how did this shit originate, right?
Of course.
And so buying things just originated because like way back, obviously, people would trade shit. Oh, you have chickens that lay eggs. Oh, well, I make baskets. I'll trade you a basket for some eggs.
That's how they do it in Georgia, like the country. Georgia's really
Yeah.
poor. They like I saw this documentary. It's like, hey, I trade you this, and like that's how they survive.
That's just bartering. It's the same
Bartering.
thing. Like people are so modernized to it because it's like a currency. Well, back in the day, currency was like fucking farm animals and goods. It was goods and services.
Services, yeah, literally.
Which it still is goods and services, but we just have a regulated monetary system now.
Yeah, currency. Whereas
And it's still just a barter system.
Yeah.
Because I can go trade somebody a fucking car for a truck or whatever.
And then who's to say? I need to watch. I just saw little clips, but on Robert Kennedy Jr. Was that GG.
It gets me every time.
It gets me every time. Every
Beautiful.
time. That's why I always roll that one when I
Those
come
first
here.
fresh notes, I'm just like,
Yeah, it's a nice taste, right? It's something special with that one. But Robert Kennedy Jr. was on Joe Rogan. I haven't watched it. I need to watch it, but he kind of like talks about like we bailed out Silicon Valley Bank. Have you heard about that? It was recently bailed out Silicon Valley Bank, got all the millionaires in the Bay, out of their
Their
ripped through.
debt.
Exactly.
Which to me, they should just be poor now.
And
You fucked up. Like y'all didn't
and then
do it
even
right.
bankers and other with Ukraine, but then then there's so many Americans who are living in poverty. Oh, we don't have enough money. It's the inflation, all this. Motherfucker, you're willing to like do hundreds of millions and like I want to say hundreds of trillions of dollars. It's some like 10 trillion. It's fucking insane how much money they put in Ukraine, and then
Just
they're just pissing away. They don't for the military industrial
complex.
Exactly. It's just how America is run, man.
I know, and it kind of irritated me when he was talking about that. Like, well, yeah, we just need to go to war so we can make money. No, that's the fucking problem, is that we make money from war and not by the capitalist market that the fucking nation founded.
Not on the people of the country.
We don't make it on the people.
No one gives a fuck about the people.
It's so crazy.
Fucking it's crazy, man. That's why I'm not gonna just be in one. I'm not gonna be in one position all my life. I've been kind of, got my resume going a little. I got a writer this past week. I'm gonna kind of like clear my conscience a little bit. I was like,
Can't keep all the eggs in the same basket.
Nah, man.
That's how I've been feeling too. I'm like, damn, if I needed to just bail out from just for myself, I couldn't do it.
You couldn't right now?
There's no way. If I bailed right now, I'd be fucked up. I'll be way more stressed than I am already.
Yeah, exactly. I could imagine. So,
and that's wild because I seen a guy compare salaries to when the worst year of the Great Depression, which was 1930, to the current rates, and what a household made then versus what a average household makes now. Which I make. Fortunately, I think me and you are very close, but I think we both make, fortunately, more than the average.
Yeah.
But the average
because the average is so
is
low.
at 31,000. You know what it should be? What the average should be based on if inflation rate to pay stayed the same throughout the years?
How much?
88,000.
88,000 a year.
Should be the average.
Should be the average. Yep. Yeah.
That's what the average should be. You know what the average is right now, currently?
42.
32.
32?
For
oh
an
my
entire
God.
year.
Oh my God. That's poverty. Like, dude, and like if literally, no, that's poverty.
It is. So really what they're kind of like, what the dude's point was getting at, he's like, we're already kind of like already in a depression.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Not just a recession anymore, but like the inflation rate is so high, the pay rate is so low.
Oh yeah, man, it's fucking terrible. If you really think about it, I know because I'd be looking at my pay and I'm like, no, this I know I'm smarter than this. I know I'm worth more, so that's why I've been like going the route I'm going and like trying to advance my career in that way. It's like,
Hell yeah,
dog,
bro.
like, no, I ain't no little bitch, like, dog, like. That's why I've been just having that type of energy this past week. It's just like
Know that worth.
Know that worth,
Know that
exactly.
worth.
Literally know your
worth. A lot
worth.
of people just settle. It blows my mind how many people will just settle for it.
I know.
They have no, like, what people don't realize, right? is that if people put in enough effort, we could change the world. Like it's just a little bit of
It's just-
care and a whole lot of effort.
Damn. Yep.
Just a little bit.
Yep. A little bit of care.
You
a
just
lot
gotta
of
care a
effort.
little bit.
Yep. Just care a little bit. Exactly.
Because people don't care at all. Like you said, some people don't give a fuck, bro. Nobody gives a fuck about anything anymore.
That's a problem.
They just be on the road, just throwing the trash out.
You should
They
care.
just don't give a fuck.
Yep. Literally where I'm from.
Just
man.
take that little bit of trash home and throw it in your fucking
Damn. Literally this week, man. Literally where I'm from, man.
in your garbage.
Right side out right outside, man. It's like dog, like exactly. It's like people have no respect for themselves, right? And then it just
Yeah, I mean, we always talk like that's where it starts. Respect for yourself, but then just respect, and if you care a little bit, like instead of like nobody's ambitious enough anymore, right? Instead of working for McDonald's, what they'll pay you, make your own fucking McDonald's,
exactly make your own life worth living.
and then
right?
you can pay those employees that you gain whatever the fuck you want to pay them,
yeah.
because you came from a spot where you know.
It's like bitch, be a boss. If you're a little bitch, then be a bitch.
you can change
There's
anything.
bitches and bosses. Who you gonna be, man? That's up to you, man. Straight
Like
up.
we said, what there's a lot of little bitches.
A lot of little bitches, man. A lot of little bitches. If you're just not a bitch, you already like stand out. That's what's crazy.
That's
to me.
yeah, that's 90. Well, you said like 99% already.
I know that. That's what's crazy to me, honestly. It's like the bar is so low.
It's so low.
Bitch, just have some care. No, I honestly, what I think is toxic is like the
Yeah.
YOLO. It's like the whole thing is YOLO and not giving a fuck. It's like not giving a fuck, and boom, you don't give a fuck.
You
Okay,
don't
you're
give
just
a fuck.
you're in the cycle. Be a loser. Be like everybody else. All right, look around. You see, literally look around. Like go outside.
You know what I can't stand sometimes?
Who you see
dude?
outside? Be like them then.
The thing I can't stand is these people.
You or came lacking, I should say. Sorry. Whole lot of word vomit just to say like they lived, you know,
Said word vomit. That's pretty.
living in deprivation, living in scarcity. That's the correct word. Scarcity. Like if you don't have any love, you're not gonna be comfortable enough to give it.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna be in like a deprivation mindset. You're gonna be like, I need love within myself.
Well,
How can
everybody
I-
likes to live
whatever.
comfortably. I'm sorry, I
Mhm.
cut you.
No,
so much.
exactly it is. No, everyone likes to live
Yeah, but-
comfortably and like, but comfortably meaning like the handout, like not doing anything. Like maybe that's why we got a bad rap because people think, oh, the only way I could imagine living on my ass, doing nothing would just be I would just be like smoking all day. But even then, that would be like unbelievably depressing. And
It's so boring. That shit would
boring.
be so boring.
it's so boring.
You can't go
exactly.
anywhere. You can't do anything.
I know, but it's like that no ambition ass motherfuckers.
Yeah. Living uncomfortably is the best way, and it sucks. But if you're comfortable, you're not really hustling anymore. You're not grinding shit.
Yeah.
You're not really doing nothing. You're just kind of
You're just there.
you're just there. Complacency, man.
Exactly. And
I
that's where
hate
I kind of
that.
that's where I kind of like felt this past couple years. I would say the last 2 years, especially more over this past year. I felt like more of like I just became complacent. Just because I've been stagnant and
That's what I feel too. I feel a lot of complacency on myself.
and so that's why I've been like looking, making a next step in my professional life. You know what I'm saying? Like really
Hell yeah, dude.
for myself, for
I
my
love
own
that.
mental.
Love that shit.
Yeah. No, and then it kind of like brings something out of me. In a way, it's like that spirit came back. Like I remember, like
Get you fired up.
I remember being like that. Like I remember, like I told a
Yeah.
coworker, like, dude, I told her like straight up. I told her like this, like, I used to be a dog, but then I just been like cool and like I've been chilling, and then like she was just laughing. She was like an older black.
You got
lady. I
comfortable, but
loved
now
her.
you're uncomfortable, and you're just
Yeah,
like, gotta get back on it,
exactly.
man.
Yeah, she understood what I was saying. I love black.
Damn.
girls. Black women are funny.
not to just go in a race direction, but we're just gonna take it that way anyways. I found this out, dude, and it kind of blows my mind on a like on a big scale, because I didn't know how big it is, right? Like you see stuff, you see like
I forgot you don't like the hitters. My bad. No, but what were you saying?
it looked like it was just getting on, like I was on the filter. That's what it looked like.
I still feel it.
So, like you see like videos, right? Like shorts and shit on TikTok and the social media, right? And you see this stuff, and like sometimes I'm like, you know, how true, like how big is the picture, like that these topics and shit are on? But it's kind of real, man. So like to deal with like the discrimination and of people and stuff, we are not allowed to, like there's a large market of businesses that we can't attribute to, right? Like, and this is a firsthand experience from a company that I know. They're not allowed to do business with certain companies because the owner of that company is a white male.
And they're not allowed to do
Right.
business
It's
with
like
them.
it's like a minority business group. And
So it's kind of like reverse. Well, it is racist.
It's just straight up racism.
But they kind of look at it where it's like,
They want to more diversify. It's not putting
and
this shit.
Sorry.
Fucking really, I will break the stick. Go ahead.
No, but they're actively, you know, putting a person down or a white person down to, like, currently.
Yeah, like they're not, like this company's not allowed to
on
do business with like a network of businesses because those businesses want diversified vendors to them and won't do business with people that are normal.
This is where you kind of what you're saying last week. Play by the rules, by the game, and then still beat them at their own game. You know, like that's where I think about that. It's like, dog,
right?
Like,
so
they're a little fuck up. They think they're going the right way. That's where the white lady, this white manager, in Starbucks, won a $25 million lawsuit because she was fired for being white. She kept, you know, BLM and all this other places, or organizations, you know, protested against her and all this, and like she ultimately got fired. She won a $25 million settlement because she kicked a couple people black. It was like, two.
Yeah, no, go ahead. Sorry.
No, but they kicked out two black guys out for not using trying to go to the restroom, but you know they.
Oh yeah.
Okay, she won this. It kind of like goes back to like beat them at their own game. That's the rules of the game. They think.
Yeah, it's just so
make
crazy.
Your own company or go your own way, and like elevate yourself.
There's a couple things that really blow my mind. One is that they like people in those groups will say that that's not racism, and I'm like, that is the definition of racism. When you genuinely not associating with somebody based solely on their race, that's racism.
Yeah, man.
It has nothing, and for all the other fucker people out there, it's also sexist because it's a man. It's based on your sex and your race. How like, and that we're just okay with that because it's against one certain people that we think it's okay to be racist against. That's not okay to do that against anybody. And like that serves to a bigger point of picking people based on race over qualifying factors, right? Because they want to be diversified in the group. Like, can you imagine if that was in the NFL?
Oh yeah, like,
I mean, holy fucking shit!
How many? Oh, they just kick all.
How many white running backs do we need?
There's already not a lot of white people.
That's what I'm saying. But
that's just based on athletical ability, natural
ability. But if you were gonna implement the same thing into the NFL, it would fuck it. It would be boring. It
Well, if
would
they
be
put an all
stupid.
black league, that would be a whole lot better to watch than an all white league. So it depends on which way you're going with it.
Well, it would
Like,
have to be equal, 50-50. You couldn't have either.
I'll count. I
That
do
is
kind of want to see like a Polynesian class too, because I think those motherfuckers are big and they can play. So I'd like to see like a whole,
yeah.
like,
But you
different
see the point I'm
Asian-
making?
But yeah, I know that's what I'm just thinking.
I'm
out
sorry.
loud.
Yeah, you going
No, but
off
like-
deep, son. I had to reel you
No, I
in,
did feel like
son.
that.
I'm sorry. I had to pull you
Sorry.
back in on that one. Yeah.
No, so sorry. No, but like that's how. Sorry, that's the bud talking. You know what I'm saying? But like, no, but to base anyone or to think anyone is different based on their race, or to treat anyone different based on their race, or think about
it's-
someone differently because of the race, that is racism.
I just don't understand how,
But that's
like,
but like
it's okay.
fuck them. You know,
Yeah,
that's
and
forever.
so-
like fuck those
so-
motherfuckers. Make
so
your
the-
own lane. Beat them like fuck y'all
Another
motherfuckers.
partner
Like,
in that
I'll-
group, like, I was thinking the same thing when I was
I'll
hearing
double
this.
outshine you.
And I was like, honestly, you don't even want to do business with those people then?
Yeah,
They're so
fuck-
small-minded.
Exactly. Kind of go.
Why
back
not
to,
just
like,
have
early
the best?
conversation.
Who
Yeah.
cares who vendors in shit?
Mm-hmm. Prove your own way.
If you're a minority-owned business, who cares if it's vendoring? Wouldn't it feel better to have a white man vendoring to you, catering to you,
Mm-hmm.
right? If you're going to be like that,
Mm-hmm.
if you're going to have that mindset,
Mm-hmm.
be a dog at it. You know what I'm saying?
There's none of them out
Being
there.
soft, trying to make
They're all
the
soft.
rules.
They're all soft, and the soft people are in power. So it's just gonna keep going, keep going. If those motherfuckers are in power, then
Just make it like just I don't even.
we
know,
need a.
man. I don't even.
We
know.
need a. Well, even then, like the
Shit gets too irritating, man.
political system's rigged too. So
All of it.
it's all a rigged game. It's all a rigged game, man. That's why I always say like, the president or whoever he's gonna be is gonna be the same. You might as well. I can count on one thing in my life, and if by God's grace, if I allowed to wake up another day, then I'm gonna just put my one foot in front of the other and just try my best that day. You know what I'm saying? So as long as God gives me the grace to keep going, then you should like shine. You should at least do your own shit. Like, what are you even here for? Like, what the fuck are you even doing? I don't know. To me, it's so like obvious. I don't know.
I know. It makes me want to go live off the grid in the woods.
Dog. But then I've tried that, right? I haven't like lived out in the woods, but like
Right.
I've lived out there with like less shit, you know what I'm saying? That shit is hard.
That
but
shit
but then
sucks.
but at the same time, I'd never felt like I was truly living like with AC, whatever cool little whatever, and a little pod, even like going to the car, you're in your little pod, whatever. America provides like a basic level of like comfortability, whereas other places might be more real and might be where you might be sweating a little bit more, or you just feel that pain or that heat or that cold a little bit more. It's like, okay, well, we out here, but at least I'm living, at least I feel something. And like you tend to find out that those people are the nicest. That's why mountain people are pretty nice, because they're out connected with nature, and they're out, they understand the different natures of law, and sometimes it's hot, sometimes it's cold, and no matter what, through any types of natural happenstances, natural disasters, you're gonna come together and keep going. You know what I'm saying? But people are disconnected with each other, so it's kind of like where that Sebastian Younger in Tribe kind of talks about how people are only meant to, I want to say, like be like 150 people in a tribe or something like this, that you can like remember their name and all this, and that's like your community, right? But anything outside of that, it's natural within your mind to disassociate yourself with them, and kind of that's where you see like the American individuality come out and play, where it's like everyone's out for themselves and people are not like out collecting like together. Whereas like in Japan is a very collectivist society, so they come together. If you drop a bag, they'll come and rush. They come and pick out your bag for you. America, you'd be like, oh shit,
Yeah.
someone be nice, but it could get snatched real quick too. You know what I'm saying?
You drop your bag, somebody just steals that hoe.
Yeah, exactly. That's like
God
natural reaction. You know what I'm
damn.
saying? But like, so the way you live your life and the way society is kind of structured, and how you interact with the world and how you interface with other people really kind of changes your community. And then if enough people did that, if enough people cared a little bit and then gave a lot of effort, you would see a lot of major success in the human society, in American society.
It's funny because I know this Dr. Seuss quote because my one daughter loves this movie, but it's from the Lorax and it says, "Unless someone like you cares a whole lot, nothing will change."
Mm. Mm-hmm. And they canceled him, right? Because it's some bullshit or whatever it may be.
No, it's on the movie.
No, it's Dr. Seuss, right?
Yeah,
Exactly that.
they canceled Dr. Seuss.
Yeah, for some exactly right. For some, he said maybe some questionable language towards black people in one time, or I don't know, but I honestly don't know, or maybe it was like anti-Semitic. I don't know, but it just kind of highlights like that cancel culture. They don't want to see, they don't want to hear
They don't want to see
truths of the
nothing
world.
uncomfortable.
And it doesn't even have to be uncomfortable. If you say like no one's gonna change the world if you didn't if you don't care, if you don't have that.
That's anybody. That's for
anybody.
everybody.
But the cancel culture is trying to like block that, kind of like swat that down because they don't want the uncomfortable, the raw truths of human nature. Like if you say that out loud, people are gonna resonate with that because people are gonna know that's true and that's real and like it's a human connection. It's like dog, like
but
anything that speaks that, shut it down.
Saying that also speaks volumes for somebody that we know because he doesn't believe that he has a part in changing anything.
Apathy.
He's just like
very low rung.
He just like gave into the system kind of
power
deal.
Versus force.
Never gonna question it or try to change it or not worried about his opinion
Another
on it.
drone.
And it's like, but that's
on the
like,
conveyor belt.
It's like the little bit of the only thing that you have that you are a part of.
Mm-hmm.
You would go to war,
mm-hmm.
but you wouldn't vote.
Mm-hmm.
Like you don't care about the voting because you think that's bullshit. But
I
you'll
think
go
it's
to war.
bullshit too. But like I understand that you should also vote. But then also, if you have to realize if a government is there out to or has the capability to draft you or send you out to war, or even it doesn't even have to be draft, but if you're presented with the option to be like going out to war, you should actually ask questions of that country like, yo, is this actually a country worth fighting for? Of course it is, right? But through the current laws and everything may be like current society, is it actually worth?
Yeah, you should definitely question the person in charge, and you should definitely want to know the answers, right? You should definitely push to have the answers.
See no evil, hear no evil, right?
Yeah, just put the blindfold on and go.
Yep.
Or now you're gonna put the Air Goggle Pro 3000s on, and you're gonna go.
I saw the Black Mirror episode where they're rewinding.
You saw it?
I saw it yesterday where they're rewinding the past, and you just.
Dude, wow.
Had a beautiful life and all this, just natural energy going with that. Overthink it, question, back then, and you kind of, just away your life, and then you're in your bed. It was kind of like what kind of like got me, man. I mean, but what really like struck me in that show was like they were having sex and like
he was rewinding to somebody else.
Yeah,
dude, that's the one that resonates with me, dude. That's the only part that I think about that whole episode.
Really? Oh,
yeah, dude. They're like
he's like me too.
Like
man.
having sex with his wife, but rewinding into a past relationship, and that's what he's watching in his mind as he's physically there, man. And it's like, bro, what the fuck?
Are you even? Yeah.
Gross.
Yeah.
You're a gross human. You have problems.
Sick.
That shit's like, it's in the memory bank.
Yeah, man. Just sad. And then I was like,
it's not sick. It's sad.
Exactly. It's sad. Yeah. It's not sick, but like, yeah. Well, that's what resonated with. Or there's a lot of different things that resonated with me on that show, but then that was like that part I was like because it was like so like very like like whatever, and then like the other one was like what the fuck, like the way like fuck, man.
Yeah,
like,
because
you're just living a past life. Just live your life, dog.
Like can't she
just be who you are? Just live your life.
Because they can like pull it up to the screen or something, right?
Yeah.
And the other person can see it, and
yeah.
Yeah, I got caught like.
it was so
I don't know, it's
obvious.
so
What was kind of
weird.
like got me right. It was so obvious that like if you're in an interview, right, that interview would not be whatever. You know that you gotta know, but then you're like rewinding it and like try and then like other people watch, but like you rewind it like dog, you know you didn't get it. Okay, let it go. Like think of your next plan of action, right? You already know that, right? Like you left the interview having a strong feeling that it was a no. Okay, what
Yeah.
is my next plan of action, and then you go with that. But then like you're replaying it and da 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 da, boom boom boom, alcohol comes into play. You end up losing your life.
So
But then like
bad.
even like you're not living your true life. You're just like living another version of yourself.
Yeah,
Your
because people
true
are so.
version of yourself. Like
I,
what the fuck?
everybody's
How
caught
would you
up
just lose
looking
that life?
backwards at the past instead of looking forward to the future.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's like that even in like it's kind
Living
of
in the present.
it's kind of taught in our schools if you really think about it, even to us,
Mm-hmm.
because the kind of history that they teach here is not like it's just U.S. history kind of deal, and it's like only the bad stuff. I feel like they don't make the good stuff stand out, right?
Mm-hmm.
In in any kind of thing. Well, the only thing in the past is war and bad shit,
Mm-hmm.
and it's always only going to ever be in the future if we keep thinking about the past.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you can't change the future thinking about or like
You can't
living
be
in the past.
you can't change the future living in the past, and you can't change the future by not living in the present. You have to live in the present because you can't change the future by living in the future. If you're living in the future, you're not living right now. You have to live right now and like interact and play within right now, because if you're not playing in right now, you will become stagnant. That's what I felt like. I was just not I felt like I was
This is the podcast for the higher level of minds.
exactly right.
It's
Goes a
too
little
deep.
too
It's
deep.
definitely for the high minds.
It's definitely for the high minds. Because I didn't really know where I was going with that.
Yeah, because I really can't follow anything.
I can't. Yeah, because I
too
don't really
high.
feel that. I mean, I do, but like not very passionately. And I'm
Yeah,
very high. And I don't know what I just said, but
I don't know. I don't know anything.
me too. This is where the smoke circle pod really comes out with the smoke, that deep smoke. You know what I'm saying? That's how it be. It's always like a relaxed, chill vibe. We're just some two dudes just talking. You know what I'm saying? Like
It's just a conversation.
it's just a conversation. Don't take it too serious. You know what I'm saying? But like we're just two dudes. No authority. You know
No
what I'm saying?
authority.
We just
Just
chill.
an
We have
open mind.
just an open mind. Exactly. And when you said like just care a little bit and then
Put in a lot of effort.
a lot of effort. I'm gonna steal that. I'm gonna
Care a
say
little
it.
bit and put in a lot of effort, and then you'll care more.
Then you care more, and your effort will lead to bigger and better things.
Mm-hmm.
Who's that gonna help? You, homie. I'm gonna literally say that. I'm gonna preach it. I've been like, but that's why I kind of like doing a little. I'm used to like younger,
Mm-hmm.
and now like with this one, it's like
So
you
you
kind
want
of spit that real life game.
So do you really want to teach more of this grade all the time now?
No, it would be like more of like a leader. It's called an instructional coach, but like you're kind of like teaching teachers.
Oh, that's what you should do.
I know what to do.
That is for real. Then there would be more of you.
That'd be more. Hell yeah. Oh, that's a good way to look at it. Yeah, that's what's gonna like motivate me to the next level. But even if I could like, I wouldn't be like super bummed out if I did one more year of teaching right now, because I do feel like I could improve. But then after that, hell yeah. That's why I got this resume going right now, and I kind of thought about it a couple of days before the phone call. I was like, damn, yeah. I should be the one teaching teachers and in that position, because since I
Thank you.
I wasn't even thinking about it like more of me, but I think that's a good way to look at it for my own pursue, like own motivations.
Yeah, because like you're teaching people to be better teachers.
Mm-hmm. But I do feel like I could be a better teacher too, since I.
See, that's what makes you great, though, is you feel like you can always be better.
Yeah. True. Okay. True. but I haven't been in a position to lead for a whole year. And if I could do that, then I feel more comfortable in my next position. That's why I'm applying, and I could like kind of fake it until I make it. Honestly, I really could.
Okay.
But I
Yeah.
would just play that game. You know what I'm saying?
Fake it till
But
you make it, baby.
Fake it till I make it. I could do it, but it wouldn't be like a total fake it till you make it. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I never.
Because exactly, because confidence actually comes with competence. If you're competent in your life, then like you're gonna be confident. Because like, what else is there to be? You wouldn't be like.
I've been watching this dude's YouTube shorts lately. Kind of a motivator. It's nice.
Exactly, you have that power within.
It's Elliot
Holst? Okay.
Bald guy? Not the same guy.
Honestly, this might be kind of like controversial, but there are some snippets of Andrew Tate that really resonates, and I kind of was like, he's kind of talks about like just going, not being, just being a stoic man, and just like you shouldn't really aim your life to be happy. You should aim your life to change the world in a way. Like everyone says change the world, but what did he say? It was like kind of just like living his purpose, honestly.
Live with a purpose, yeah.
Live with a purpose. That's really what it comes down to. It was like, why not? If you're not doing that, like
he just
I'm high.
Like let's be real. He's somebody that's
speaking mad game.
He's like people don't like it because they perceive it as arrogance or.
Why was he locked in a Romanian jail, right? For 90 days. And in Romania, you get 30 days. 30 day. You have 30-day sentences without any charges. So no charges were actually filed against him or dropped against him. It was just a holding period that they kept renewing 3 times. So he was in prison for like 90 days or whatever in a Romanian jail, right?
Because they were trying to find something.
Exactly, but they couldn't. So, what does that say? And then, what I was going with that was like, the first interview was BBC, and they were talking, down against him, and like he kind of point out like an actual good interview would be like if you're actually asked why I was in a Romanian dungeon for 90 days without any charges, like that would be an actual like interesting story as a human, right? If you're like actually about human rights, like that's right there, one right there. Like,
why are they doing that?
Because they don't want the truth to come out. They don't want the true power of the inner spirit to come out.
Right, like there's a lot of shit in there that's just
That's it. I agree with everything he says.
No, right, and there's a lot of shit in there, and you kind of got to filter through it, right? Because he is, like all of us, his own person.
Yeah.
That's the way he perceives it. That's the way he puts the information out. You have to read it, decipher it, and understand what he's saying.
Mm-hmm. Comprehend it.
And people can't comprehend shit no more.
Mm-mm. They don't have the ability.
They have there's no like.
That's why dumbing down.
Mental capacity.
Yep. People are just can't be doing it, man.
Golly, man. I can't fucking handle it sometimes.
Dude, I saw that.
We know somebody who's like, oh yeah, Andrew Tate sucks, blah blah blah. Move on from it. And you're like, but you're not even like, you're not even dissecting anything.
Yeah, even smart people think that too. If they just believe the.
Yeah, just like look into it for yourself for 5 minutes, and you might like kind of go,
once
oh,
you
okay.
like villainize him, I can't even. I don't know if that's
yeah,
the word,
yeah, that's what it
is. But that probably is.
Probably the right word. I know what you're trying to
say. Villainize him, then like you're just not gonna view him in any good way, right? What does that say about you though? If you're not willing to give anyone a chance or give that person a chance, then
you're not even willing to like
listen. If you're not listening, there's no argument. Like you're just talking to a brick wall.
You see them like, you see what they do on.
Listen.
You see what they want you to see because they like you don't go see it for yourself, right?
Yeah.
You don't do any investigation. You know what I'm saying?
They just get told a narrative and they just go with that. That's the truth. Yep.
There's so many sheeple.
Sheep. I saw a travel vlog, and he kind of pointed out like the people right here would be wearing the mask and be like shunning me for not wearing a mask, and now they're all like da 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 da, like what da 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 da, like being very dirty and all this. That's hypocrites, man. When they're out here polluting and being like very same type. Put on your mask, motherfucker.
That shit was
Sheeple.
so wild.
Sheeple, man.
Sheeple.
Sheeple. And I did wear my mask too. I did like do the, but at the same time, I thought it was. I just should have never took the vaccine. But I'm glad I took the vaccine because it kind of showed me. Once you inject me with that, then why would I just be sick when I'm not sick? You know what I'm saying? I already have my own natural, you know, deflectance about that. Why put that in my body if I don't need to? That's what I was like really thinking about when I like was throwing up like constantly, like being very sick after. It's like, why be sick?
Oh, you were like vomiting from it?
Yeah, it was like really bad. I had a very bad effect of it.
Holy shit, that's a lot, dude. That's
Yeah, man.
crazy.
Kind of like showed me like I should just trust my own
Yeah,
natural
I
body.
might have been sick longer than you, but I didn't get the vaccine, and I got COVID, or I got the whatever you want to, whatever you're supposed to. You can't say the whole thing, right? You're banned.
Oh yeah, fuck that. Something that happened.
Anyways, you get the
years
whole,
ago.
you get the thing, and you feel bad for a week, but it's not that serious as long as you just get up and move around.
Get some natural sunlight. Yep, natural immunity.
Like honestly,
sunlight.
just like
Take care of yourself.
once I knew we had it, I was like, okay, I'll like the only thing that we can't do is just do nothing. So I was like, I can't just lay in bed and just be a like sick piece of shit.
Yeah.
And I didn't feel that bad. So just getting up and literally just moving around and walking around the house. We would just walk around the block.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And we never really got that sick. We just ran like a small fever and then we were cool. We were chilling.
Yep, because you took care of
As
yourself.
for like you thought you were dying.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, well.
Or felt like it.
Yeah, exactly. For that one night, which was worst experience, like I don't know, few hours of. And I would not recommend it at all. Not worth it at all. But it was one night.
But would you rather do that or just feel indecent for a week?
I would rather just live my regular life. And
Yeah, just kind of feel
what it happens, and I would probably be one of those motherfuckers who was maybe got it, but just never felt it honestly. But then I just put that
in your body.
But that changed me once, because I honestly thought they were trying their best, and although yes, it was different companies who, I didn't know Pfizer was really painting it off like that.
Oh.
Like that.
Bad.
But, and then you kind of think like
that's
only U.S. and America.
That's like, it's crazy that's like a huge scheme, and we don't even talk about it.
Oh yeah, how they
that should be like massive news that like there are these documents. And the crazy thing is that they have documents now of Joe Biden accepting a $5 million bribe. Right? He accepted a bribe, and they have documentation on it, and they won't release it. And it's just like, what? Why can't we see that? Wait, we are the American people.
Show us the facts, Biden. Show us the facts, DNC.
The FBI has the form.
And they're not coming out with it. What about aliens?
But
Let's not talk about pause. Yeah. Let's talk about aliens in Vegas. Go get the foil. So there is a report in Vegas where apparently a 10-foot creature was seen coming out of a spaceship. Once they come out with spaceship, sorry to fumble the bag, but camouflage smoke came out of the area around the perimeter of the space. I cannot talk. I'm sorry, I'm high. Give me a second. There was some type of smoke that covered the perimeter of the UFO. And apparently the phones were not working. It fucked up with the electrical currents, I guess, or frequencies. And that's the rebuttal to all this, right? Is like, why wasn't it captured on the phone? Well, it's because the phone stopped working. Oh, bullshit. But I think what they first said, and I don't think it's a lie. I think that what they're saying is what they're actually seeing, is that they said that a spacecraft landed. This is outside of Las Vegas. I think in Las Vegas, landed outside a backyard or some neighborhood, or like they got off like a farm or something. Homeboy, boom, UFO on the ground, and then a 10 or an 8 foot to 10 foot creature came out of the spacecraft, and then they said once they landed, covered out the spacecraft with smoke to give off some camouflage. Um, so it's definitely out of this world if they what they say, and other people, there's multiple people who've seen it, and so man, aliens out here, man. Kind of crazy that once we started nuking people, boom, alien encounters really skyrocketed, which is kind of an interesting fact to think about. It's like once Hiroshima and Nagasaki in Japan, in Japan though, and in Japan, once we started nuking people, alien encounters went up super high and like multiplied, right? And so I think aliens are here to visit us. Like think like, what are these motherfuckers out here? You know, it's interesting that they come to America because they know that we're against each other. It's a America is a melting pot. It's always been an experimental country in a way because it's a new country, right? We've only been in conception since 1976. Oh, with the full tin foil coming in clutch. Coming in clutch with this tin foil cone head. Hit them with it. They ain't ready for it. No, we were saying like how America is like, you know, often like a experimental country, and that aliens have been coming in here right after Nagasaki and Hiroshima. Once we started nuking people, UFO sightings really skyrocketed, and I think it's kind of interesting that they land in America because of the facts of that we're kind of like an experimental country, and that we're kind of new to this game. We've only been in conception for a few hundred years, so it is a different type of superpower in the world.
Because you know, if you really think about like relativity, honestly, if aliens just lived on a planet that had a different sense of time, right? They could have only been gone away from our planet since for them, like, you know, 8 hours, 10 hours, even, to make it really exaggerated.
Wow, you know what I'm saying? You might be right.
And they just took off and slept it out, and then they came back and they're like, man, what the fuck happened to the Egyptians?
Dude, I think you're onto something. Much like we look at animals as subservient to us, I think aliens are just living amongst us, you know, and actually use Earth
and then they're just calling the others like, hey, holy shit, you gotta see this. You guys are blowing each other up.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
And they're just watching us.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I really
honestly.
Think so. I really do think so.
Full tinfoil here. I'm sorry.
Dude, I really think you're onto something, man. Because I always kind of resonate with the fact that I don't think humans are as intelligent as we really lead on to be.
No.
And I think we're just subservient in a lot of different life forms. Once we start to disrespect
I don't know
the
what
Earth,
to believe anymore.
Then I just think we're just subservient to her.
So you're saying the UFO sightings of like a 10-foot creature?
That's what they said in Las Vegas. So they said a UFO came out of the backyard in a farm or from a farm or something like this in Las Vegas. And as soon as the spacecraft landed, some sort of smoke camouflaged out of this the perimeter of the spacecraft, and they say a 8 to 10 foot creature came out with a big head, large eyes. They want to say, if I remember correctly, but they seem to be honest. Multiple people have said the same thing. Even a police officer said they seen something come out of it. Oh, they recorded it on a ring. They recorded it on a ring where they hear what sounds like a spacecraft and a definite crash, and on a ring, and
damn. And have you seen the video of that like this orb, and it's like up next to the sun, and it's like stealing or it's like sucking energy. It looks like it's sucking energy from the sun.
Sucking energy.
Have you seen
Ooh,
that? You haven't seen
wow.
this?
How close are they to the sun?
Like it's like next to it.
From
It's
the
like you
Earth?
can see it in like a
Really?
lens. Let me look
How does
this
this
up.
probably some alien type shit?
Yeah, it has to be, dude. I've seen these other videos of like this
Whoa.
orb that's next to the sun right now.
Yeah.
Like if you look through like a welding lens, you can see that there's like
Yeah,
another little
man.
ball.
I think we just share the universe with other creatures, other life forms.
It's
And we're
way
just
too
so
fast.
fucking arrogant. So fucking arrogant and ignorant.
I
To
also
really
think we're
think
heavily lied to. I think we already know and we're lied to.
Yeah. I think you're born with an inherent sense that what you know in this world to be right, and other people try to doubt you, try to shun you on really living out your true self, because your true self will actually come to a higher state of consciousness and realize you share the universe with other life forms, like the whole universe, and like you think like galaxies, solar system, galaxies, maybe ultimately the universe, but has aliens that are just coming in every 8 hours, because time is just relative. To think we're really just like the be all end all. That's why I think if you're atheist, you're kind of like led to believe once you die, and there's no other life form. I don't know if do atheists believe in aliens. If they do, then I take this back. Then, but I think you should believe in aliens, or you should at least believe in other life forms, or believe
I
that you're
think
not
that's.
the best in this world, or you're not the
But
all
people don't
high
even.
power of this
People really don't believe that
universe.
there are UFO sightings and stuff, and it's like, nah, for real though.
They're just living in denial because they can't handle the truth. It sounds silly to say, but if they actually were told the truth, they could not comprehend it in a way that it's like
An
social
extreme close-up, NASA
dissidence.
preparing to launch a spacecraft
can't
next year that will
actually
fly directly into the
believe their own
sun's
God.
atmosphere. The goal of Solar Probe Plus.
Oh, here
Because
it is.
their current, or they can't believe what they're actually seeing. That's where that kind of.
Europa is a great mystery, and it's
My
one of the
bad, I'm
biggest
trying to
candidates for.
find- This fucking video, real quick.
Of the ring.
No, of this.
Oh shit.
Man, I might be tripping, honestly.
You might be, because I be doing that a lot.
Nah, here it
Because I be
is.
tripping. I be saying the same thing, honestly. Dude, am I tripping?
This shit right here, dude. This little black ball. There's a video of it, but I don't know if this is the video or just images. But the video, you can see like that little black tail to the sun moving,
Yeah.
and then that orb just takes off. It just like,
Where's okay?
you see this little black sphere right here?
Yeah. I'm just waiting for the orb. That's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, that's it actually moving, and you'll just see this thing like retract, and it takes
Oh, yeah.
off. What the fuck?
Gemini UFO. That's some alien type shit, man.
And this is in outer space.
Do you think? Okay, this is my question to you, Ree. This is what I've always wanted to know.
Okay.
Do you think we're gonna live to be that long, or do you think we're just
Our
gonna
species or us?
our species?
No.
Okay. Yeah, I agree. I think humans will be extinct. What is it? A few million years?
I feel like
Or
those
a
are
few
future humans, 100%.
future humans.
Or I feel like
Do you
those are
think?
just
I think
more
there's some
evolved.
life forms that die, or they just go out, that it go extinct, and then some life forms just go up. And I don't know the. I think that's where the kind of God comes into play, like who
Dude.
says to who, which aliens, if you will, live out to be, the ones who come out from the sun, taking energy from the sun. And who's to say you're not just some fucking dinosaur, some other humans who probably. I don't think we're gonna live to be that long. Unfortunately, I think.
So there's
I'm more
like,
pessimistic.
they think that the pyramids were built like far, far before the Egyptians. and that they weren't like built pharaoh tombs and stuff like that.
Oh, there's just a ancient city below this little town in Turkey. So like this house,
Damn.
this community held 20,000, excuse me, people at one time, and they believe there's an offshoot of this underneath another place, and it, housed out like up to 200,000 people or something, just like a real city amount, like a big city type shit. And this is under a town in Turkey. So if you think like the Ottoman Empire type shit and the roots of them, who's to say the Ottoman Empire isn't just ancestors? Their ancestors would be, these people who would be in these underground cities, right? And so we kind of come from there, right? A lot of people come from there, right?
So I'm looking at this photo right here, right, of like
You didn't understand that, right?
Huh?
You understand me?
Very little.
Okay, man.
Pretty high. I'm sorry.
No, let's go to the next. Yeah. Go to the next topic.
I forgot what we were talking about.
Okay, let's go to the
No,
next.
go ahead. What was it?
No, I wasn't saying.
I got lost. Real lost.
No, just
My own thoughts. Anyways, I'm looking at this fucking picture right here, right? And I'm seeing.
Can you project it?
Oh, yeah. My bad.
This is Smoke Sucker Pod.
Your guy fucking blasted over here, zooted and booted. And then we got a Discover ad as soon as it moves screens. That's weird. So I'm looking at this photo, right? And what's funny to me, man, you're asking way too much, bro. They just go on their own.
No.
I'm sorry, I have ads. Fuck.
No,
I'm just clicked on a sign.
Because it's the painting because you don't see these people right here. Which tell a whole story of like the fucking.
Right, and
black
so
people slaves.
no, this is of ancient Egypt. I don't think that was how that was.
Oh, okay, bad. But look at the fucking.
But to see this, right? Or maybe I don't know. There were slaves then, right? Or I don't know. I have no idea.
I don't know either.
Anyways,
That's what I just see though.
I think the way that people look at it is all wrong, right? Like these people here, like in today's society, in their
Working
senses,
hard.
they're like
That's their life. They live
ancient or like poor or something, right?
No.
That's just how they lived that.
rich in culture.
That's not
rich in
like-
life.
Because they didn't have technology as we say it, right? But we're living in a comfortable, modern to ourselves world, right? It's a different, even the term modern, right? That's silly.
It is. 'Cause
It's
they're
just
rich
like
in life, but
today.
you're not rich in life and now. That's why you see a whole.
We're rich in
bunch of-
comfort, and
Mhm.
they are rich in living.
prosperity.
Like they're just living. That's how they
They're
live.
rich in prosperity. Because look at it, it's beautiful.
They lived a real life.
They lived a real life. They lived a full life. A real full life. A full real life. A real full life. Sorry. I had to say it out loud. I'm sorry. A fucking real prosperous. I can't speak, but prosperous. In culture too.
I just want to know how they built the fucking pyramids, dude. I
They
really
knew
do.
something. Think about how the burning of Alexandria in France and like over, the ancient text was just burned down. After that, we're fucked because it's like a cookbook or like a recipe book, and you don't have any. You're trying to like make some new foods, but motherfucker, you already had it all. Perfect cookbook. If you just follow the recipe, boom, you can do it like a science in a way, right? Because you got a whole recipe, right? Algorithm it out, right? You can easily itemize that. But once you just do that, shit, I forgot where I was going, but shit. Was I just saying? Were you following it at all?
No, I was reading the comment. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I was reading the chat. I looked over and read a chat, and then I got lost. Dog, I'm sorry. I'm closing down chat.
I love it though.
Oh, fuck.
No, because I'll be high too.
Sometimes I just let you go, brother, because you just like to get on it and go.
Does that ever get annoying?
No, I just tune back in. Sometimes I space out. I feel
Do
like
you
that's
ever
annoying.
follow it?
Yeah.
Okay,
A lot
that's
of the
cool.
times, yeah, and then a
Okay,
lot of
that's
times
cool. You just go with it. You just.
You talk pretty fast, so honestly, by the time that my slow ass is done reading the fucking chat, I can't pick back up,
like,
dog.
said, like, the whole point.
I gotta read it like 4 times to really process what somebody typed.
yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't know what the
No,
fuck.
exactly
Oh,
that.
man.
You care a little bit, and you give a lot of effort. Although it's a little harder for you, you give a lot of effort, and you're gonna succeed no matter what. That's what it really comes down to. It just
Because
teaches that.
honestly, I spiraled really fast. I read it and I was like, shit, I don't know when they commented.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, fuck, what were we talking about? I was trying to fucking figure out where
But
we
play
were.
by the rules and win by the game, so you can still do that and stay on task and still, if you really want to go down that road. But that's
Normally
kinda
I could do
going
that
down
very
it.
quickly, but
No, I
zooted.
get you. I'm zooted and booted, man. I don't give a fuck because I don't even know what I'm saying either, man. Although I was saying something, which I always say something that I believe in, and then I forget what I'm saying. That's some high ass shit.
that's some high ass shit.
That's some high ass shit.
I think you were saying how you believe the pyramids were built.
Yeah.
That's what we were talking
No, exactly, and like just what I was saying, like also like the burning of Alexandria, and like the ancient text, and like once we kind of lost that, it was like a recipe book, and you can algorithm it out, right? You already have like a perfect recipe book of living. Okay, read it. You know, follow it. Boom, 2 steps. Try to make it as simple as possible. You read it and follow it. Boom, and then you're gonna live it out. You're gonna live prosperous, and then you're gonna be able to like algorithm it out, and you're gonna be able to like just compute it in. So this is gonna go to like a next ultra level, right? If you were actually, had the ways to live your life, or the ways of the pyramids and how they did it, and like all these other stuff, you could really, humans would be an alien.
But like
Maybe that was the one thing that led to the downfall of the human race. And that's why we're not going to be those aliens, is because we had that, cookbook, if you will, and boom, once you took that away, now we're going to note these people, now we're kind of doomed because we didn't follow the code, because we burned the code. There's no true way of life. That's why you see a whole bunch of debauchery, because no one has a true purpose. Everyone's a follower. Everyone's just mindless. Everyone's just eating crap food. Everyone's just watching crap TV. You're just gonna live out a natural, boring life, and boom. That's just like human, right? But like, you don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. I mean, like, if you're just like living out your purpose, you already kind of beat the game, because you're already kind of living out your life, your natural God-given time on this earth, because time is never guaranteed, so you might as well just take the time as you will, you know what I'm saying, and just keep it moving, be grateful.
Damn, I just saw this fucking article, or this psychopath, man, what an article, I'm tripping, that executed his 3 small children.
Oh my god. Okay, quick change up.
I'm sorry, yeah, I was just thinking about something. I just watched it,
no,
and
that's
it's like
terrible.
how horrific.
It's just like the worst thing you could do. Like, that's
it's
evil.
And the guy's fucking standing there crying, and when they're fucking sentencing him, it's like, bro,
that's sickness, man. You know what I'm saying? Could take anybody.
They had to have him in like a fucking a head to toe like bulletproof suit to transport him. It looked like, because I think they were worried somebody was gonna fucking shoot him. Like, you should have been.
So I'm saying, this is what I was thinking, man. I don't want to. I don't want to say this on air.
But fuck it. Let's go, Sean. Is it that bad? Don't make me have to pull an episode down.
No, I'm not gonna go there. But it's about having true punishment, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't just kill people and think
it's okay.
It's okay, and you just get away with it, or you just do whatever. You gotta face the consequences.
Especially your own children. Like,
that's a sick society, man.
That's some disturbing.
And you're led to believe you're insane. No,
yeah, they lead me to think I'm
You're
crazy.
the sane one in an insane world. motherfucker. If you're actually
Dude.
living in it for your purpose, you're actually the sane one in an insane world. So other people are gonna try to like badger you down.
See, we got to put the cuckoo back in the clock because I think that like we can pretty much all agree, right? That kids are like a don't go zone in terms of like trying to make shit okay. Like just leave the kids alone type of shit. Like let the kids be kids.
Exactly, that's the whole point. Let them
And
grow.
and like
That's your future. That's you. That's literally you.
this crazy shit about wanting to like they're not saying like pedophile. They want to change the word for pedophilia, bro. They don't want to call people a pedophile anymore. Okay, they want to call them a minor attracted person. What
There's
the fuck are we talking about?
Well,
son?
there's a difference between a minor attractive. What was it? Minor attractive individual, whatever it was, but then acting on that, right? But this is kind of like a gray area, right? And I don't know if you really want to go there because I don't really want to go there too. But
no,
like,
I think it's all kind of fucking sick.
it
honestly.
is.
It's
No,
sick.
it is. 1,000% is.
But to
like,
start to change the stigma around it is what, is
what
what
the
they're trying
fuck?
to do.
No.
Make it seem like it's
but
a
if you
little
have
less.
but what if you have that? You
That's-
have to have therapy. You have to like do something about. You have to fix that.
Yeah, absolutely.
You have to fix. But then you don't. I feel like once you already kind of feel that way, it's already too late. All honesty. In all honesty, once you kind of feel that, it's probably honestly too late. I don't know, man. But then no one else would say it. You know what I'm saying? So, how many times does this person need to actually act that out before you? One time, but how many times before you catch them? You know what I'm saying? So then it's like, do you just do it before? You know what I'm saying? Or how do you catch that? And then who's to tell who makes those rules? Then it gets in a really great
Right,
you
but
know?
but to soften the like way
That was deep though. But
like trying to soften the way the society views it.
Oh, 1,000. No.
That's what they want. That's what it's going.
Evil, and that's where
It's
that.
disgusting.
That's where the evil. You know, that's where the George Soros evil. You know, they don't want your true purpose to live out, so they're gonna put out any demonic way. That's why they sell Ouija boards at Target. You know what I'm saying?
That's wild.
They give they give it in to evil. And I don't know. I want to take that back because I don't know if for sure Targets sell it a Ouija board, but I think they did. But like, I wanted to say like Ouija boards are just out there like to be bought like that.
Yeah, I think you can get them at like Walmart.
Walmart. Okay. Well, then there's that. Well,
they're
that's
sold as a
sick-
kid's toy.
That's sick and demented. Literally what it is. It's right. They don't even hide it. They literally do it right there in front of your face. Here's something from Satan, kids.
So
This
I
is-
just gotta know.
yeah,
Do you
that's
believe in
demonic.
like demons and angels and stuff? I have to
Yes.
know. Absolutely.
Yes, and once then you give them that, then demonic forces will go. You know, will spread out, and that's gonna attach upon you.
Yeah.
1,000%, you're fucked, man. What? Yes, it's 1,000%. 1,000% real. Thank God I never like felt it, but like you know I actually
Wow.
lived it. But like I could only imagine, man. That shit would be like, hell nah.
That's access to
Evil,
well, it's
like really. Though.
yeah, it is. It's
I don't know
like
the right word. That's the despicable.
it can be access to it can be something else, but it's mainly access to evil.
Mm-hmm.
It can be used for other shit, but like I still think it's bad because
You
I
don't
feel
play
like
with
I
that.
feel like
You don't play with
9
that
out of
world.
10 times it's bad.
You don't.
Anytime you ever see it, it's bad.
It's let them be. Let that be. Let that be. Right. It's already
Let
there.
that be. You're trying to live in the past if you want to use that.
Yeah. You're
To talk to a spirit or something, you're trying to live in the past. Let them go.
Even if you're trying to say the future, whatever they're trying to say, they're not going to say live for the present because the present would never go back in the past. motherfucker, you're not gonna be talking to some other past life. It's literally what it is. You're some other entity. If you're not actually living presently within your own entity,
Yeah.
you have an entity right now. Why would you play with other entities?
Why would you even play with like if you just
evil?
like if you even have
But
the
it's evil entities.
Yeah, it's all evil. It's that shit is
So if
wicked.
you're, literally, like, those are the Paul's was saying right there, just out there, conveniently, at an arm's length away, out in the open public. Nothing to see here. There's a lot of money. That's Satan. That's why you should never. That's why I say I don't think you should follow, like, the societal norms, if you will. I don't know. Yes, you should, right? There's societal norms, but, like, there's the dot prices. Like, just go to Walmart. I honestly I stopped going to Walmart
I can't stand that place.
because of the feeling I get after. It's just energy, man. I know it sounds
It's
kind of like
such but if you go
stoner and hippie or whatever,
Yeah.
but it's a real thing. Like, you get out of Walmart, dude, you're gonna feel all that negative, dark, heavy energy.
Yeah, just
people be having and just project it upon, like, it's hard. You just feel different, man.
it's where people with a struggle go.
Yeah.
But you can but it's not like they just struggle through it. It's like everybody feels it in that
Ingrained.
place. It's
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
just like you walk in, it's like
Yep.
suck that energy out.
Yep. But exactly, why is it, right?
I don't know, man. You got to go in the mornings, early
Yeah,
mornings,
yeah.
less
Before
negativity.
everyone- Yeah. Is it really?
Yeah. I actually went to Walmart and I enjoyed it peacefully because I had to buy the daughter food. So I went I went at like 7 a.m. Nobody goes to Walmart at 7. Bitch is empty. It's so peaceful.
That must have been nice.
Yeah, it's real
It's
negativity
a
when
big.
you.
But do you still feel it with no one in there?
Less. You feel it, but it's much less.
Man, I grew up on Walmart, man. So
You can feel all the draining.
And
people.
then, but my mom was the same
all
way.
standing in line, waiting
Yeah.
to check themselves out at the grocery counter.
That's why we always shopped at
It's just,
Kroger
ugh.
or Tom Dum, just to
Yeah.
avoid, or like Costco or Sam's Club right next door.
I was like, I just kind of want to get trespassed from Walmart doing something stupid. So,
Mm.
so I have a reason not to ever go back.
Dude, it's bad over there, man. It's that same negative. But that's what it is. It's crabs in a bucket, right?
Yeah.
That's why they zip it up. That's why it's like zipped up dome, like you can't get out of it, right? It's a never-ending trap. That's why the trap is called a trap, because there's no true, like, prosperity and rich and, like, true. Sure, whatever you could, right? But there's no true rich prosperity in the trap house, because the trap is the trap. There's a reason why they call it the trap house, man. It's literally a trap to trap other people there and to trap your own self. That's a sacrifice. Once you play with, and that's like the same demonic. It kind of goes into it because that's where, like, the drug users and, like, they bring that on, and, like, if you're around that enough times, motherfucker, that energy is gonna at least creep in. You're gonna at least see it and feel it for at least a little bit, as long as you're interacting with them and give that enough time. That's why drug dealers are very, like, callous type shit, because it just any way to deal with that shit, they just gotta be, like, stone cold, like, callous. And that's why that's, like, ruthless, and that just, like, ingrains in the culture, and that just, like, propagates and, like, expands and populates. That just, like, I don't give a fuck, but, like, not in a good way. Like, care a little bit.
Care a little bit, put in a lot of effort.
Put in a lot of effort. No one said it's gonna be easy, but it's worth it, man.
I think so, man.
I think it's a good time to end it right here.
I think you're right. That felt right.
On the Smoke Circle pod, every time, full circle, man.
Every time.
Hell yeah.
Episode 61.
In the books.
And we won't be here the next 2 weeks.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna try to come back on that third week. Yeah.
Or 3 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks. It's cool. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just let
Yeah,
the
man.
people know.
Signing out. What is it? Give a little, care a little bit, give a lot of effort.
Boom.
Peace out, man. Love y'all.